Hey guys, what's going on? It is Nathan here, and welcome back to another random map commentary of Age of Empires. And this is a game which I found on AoC which is Citizen's website. And this is sort of the place you want to be, where you want to look at all these very unusual games, very unusual strategies that players might go for. And sometimes viewers might not really think that these players will go for them because, you know, they're strange, they're unusual, they're not really seen that all that often. And this is why it's on AoC. And this game will definitely be a good one because right now we've got two very top-rated German players up to the north in green playing as Goths. We have Jordan23. I almost said Viper there because that's in his username. I'm not entirely sure why, but there we go. Now he's playing against Nilfgaard down in the south, playing in red as the Chinese. And, you know, this seems like a pretty unfair sort of matchup. You know, Goths kind of destroy the Chinese. If the Chinese go for archers, which I suspect is going to be the case, since they are an archer civilization, and the Goths have the amazing Huskar, which is absolutely going to be owning archers left, right and centre. And we shall see what is going to happen very shortly. Now, Jordan can go for a drush, which is pretty common. As you can see here, looks like he's going to be sending 4 villagers, or maybe even more, onto wood, which definitely indicates that he will be going to do a drush, because you need that wood to get that barracks up at about 6 minutes 30 in game. So we will see that coming up very, very shortly indeed. But for the time being, let's just look at these players' maps. Good gold from Jordan. Very, very good gold. Very, very close to his map, to his TC, actually. It's very, very close indeed. And that's pretty good. It's not really on the front, but it's not really at the back either. But, you know, that's pretty decent for Arabia, I've got to say. And looking at his wood as well, his wood is alright. There's backwood here, which should be secure right now. In fact, it should be secure as well for a long period. And the rest of his map seems pretty wardable. This bit is very, very easy to wall. The only problem is he's got this bit over here, which seems fairly open. And, you know, we've got these two piles of resource here, which could potentially be harassed. But who knows? We shall see very, very shortly if anything happens. There's the barracks right here at about 6 minutes 10. And Nilfgaard's map is looking okay, I suppose. This wood is decent, I have to say. It's like a natural wall blocking off Jordan if Jordan tries to come. This is wallable, I guess. I don't know what if it really is very wallable. Maybe Nilfgaard can go with some military units, buildings or houses like that right here. But this gold location is a huge problem. Why? Well, look at this. It's so bad. As I was saying, it's so bad. You know, this is not really the place you want to be. There are 3 reasons for this, I think. Firstly, it's on a hill, which is always not really great. It's not really efficient for your villagers, and it's going to be pretty hard to really place your mining camp on here. This might be the only place which can really work. And, oh wow, Jordan sending in his militia right in here. Let's see what damage he can do. Nilfgaard reacting very, very quickly, going to be taking these villagers right back. But this villager might get taken down, and oh, that was pretty close. That villager was fighting on downhill, that right there, which was pretty bad. Lots of HP gone down, decreased right there. But Nilfgaard doing the right thing, going to be warding this off here, going to be making some sort of funnel. And that's going to be great because this militia are going to be going in here very unaware that a TC is right here, going to be taking these militia down. And oh man, Jordan, what is Jordan doing? He's just sending these militia to their deaths. And to be honest, I thought that drush wasn't really so effective. Nilfgaard is going to be up to the feudal in a very, very quickly. And Jordan is going to be going for some sort of fast castle, it looks like. Yeah, he'll be going for a fast castle. He's on 27 population, still creating villages actually. So, a fast castle is definitely going to be in order. But as I was saying, this gold, not great. and there's these line of trees which are just blocking half the gold, which can be mined as well. And it's pretty far from his TC as well, so not going to be so great if this gold gets harassed. But thankfully he does have gold at the back, which he can wall, and he is stone walling actually, Nilpferd. And that's very interesting because we don't see stone walls come up on Arabia at all, actually, in fact. And you know, there's pretty good reason for this. Stone walls cost gold. Gold? No, stone walls cost gold, man. Oh, no. Stone walls cost stone, hence why they're called stone walls. And each tile costs about five stone, I believe. Yeah, so Nilpferd has just spent, what's that, 165 stone right there on just these walls. But that's going to keep him quite safe, especially in the feudal wage. And looks like he will be walling, but he has to get this stone right here just to make more town centres and potentially a castle as well. A castle drop is pretty common for Chinese players. They can go for Chukonoon, which are going to be pretty beastly actually, in my opinion, but not so beastly where you have so many Huskars, which probably would be produced by Jordan, but who knows, we shall see very, very shortly. And I've said that quite a few times. Yeah, very shortly. We'll see something very shortly. A stable, which is kind of interesting actually. You don't see Goth players going for stables in the feudal wage. You know, I haven't actually seen a Goth 1v1 on Arabia at all. This might be the first time I've seen a Goth 1v1, and this is a pretty old game. I'm not entirely sure how old it is, but it's fairly old actually. Not so old, but it's fairly old. So Scout Cavalry coming are being created for Jordan 23. Not going to be doing a whole lot here because Nilpferd is completely stone walled, so this scout's going to be pretty much useless apart from, well, scouting. That's what they're called in the first place. And Nilpferd is just going to be cooped up inside his base. Market going down, probably a blacksmith very, very shortly as well, so he will be going up to the castle edge. Yeah, very, very quickly indeed. He almost has a resource for it, and yeah, he's going to be going up. There's the blacksmith. What's Jordan 23 doing? Well, he looks like he will be going to the castle edge fairly soon as well, though he has invested in these scout cavalry. Not going to be doing a whole lot of the job, really. Not going to be doing a whole lot, just apart from scouting. Anyway, yeah, he's just scouting with this map, with a scout. Super fast scout right there. Oh man, this guy's got pace indeed. And Nilpferd already up to the castle age. Well, 26% up right now. And Jordan 23 will be going up as soon as he has enough gold. There we go. Castle age for Jordan 23. Just a little bit behind, but not such a big deal. And as you can see here, Nilpferd has a ton. An absolute ton of villagers. What's that? 7 villagers on stone. And that's going to be very, very good for Nilpferd because he will need these extra TCs and a castle as well, which I think should be coming up soon. And Jordan 23 trying to get through this palisade. It's not going to work. This villager is totally prepared, and looks like we're going to have some spearmen versus spearmen and scout action. That scout going to go down, going to run away, and wow, look at this. Spearman on spearman action right here, and going to be chasing that guy away, and it's going to be a battle with Micro here. Whoever can get on top of each other, well, that sounds so strange, yeah, but whoever can get the upper hand in terms of the hill, yeah, there we go, will win. And as you can see here, Jordan won that very, very nicely, but you know, Nilpferd Chase can kill that scout pretty easily. And I almost said Viper here because, yeah, Viper, Jordan 23, I'm not entirely sure why. And we've got an extra town centre plus a castle for Nilpferd. Jordan 23 is already up. He's getting his third town centre, second town centre already up as well, and queuing a whole lot of villagers. And it's going to be a good idea for Jordan to go for some sort of fast Imperial, because Goths are going to be amazing in post-Imperial. Post-Imperial battles are going to be so epic with the Goths. You just can't beat so much infantry spam. You can just, as the Goth player, you can just produce infantry all day long. That spearman got completely owned by a wall of spears. And oh man, these skirmishers are going to come in here. Let's see what damage they can do. And oh, yeah. And that town centre is up. Is anything going to happen? Well, yes, it is going to happen. And he might get a villager. And ooh, it's very close. He might get a villager. Oh, no, he won't. That was pretty close, actually. At least Jordan has disrupted Nilfgaard's eco to some extent. Another town centre here, which is going to be great for collecting more wood. And looks like Nilfgaard is on 4 town centres. Let's see how many Jordan has. Well, he's on 1, 2, 3, 4. He's on 4 town centres right here. Wall that off with some buildings. And looks like he is going to be collecting relics as well. He's got 2 monks on the field. So he will be getting out those 3 monks even. He will be collecting all those important relics and elite skirmishers done. And wow, looks like he killed 3 villagers. No, 2 villagers. And oh, elite skirmishers are by no means the best raiding unit in the game. They do a whopping 3 base armor, base attack even, and pretty decent 4 pierce armor. That's going to be pretty good against Chukunu and all that stuff. But against mangonels, not going to do a whole lot of damage, definitely not. But going to be going at the back of this wood line. Maybe going to be picking off a couple of villagers, I don't know. Looks like he will not be doing anything. And oh wow, getting completely owned by that mangonel. Maybe going to be killing a few more. And it looks like Nilfgaard is using the attack ground thing, which is very, very cool. That's very useful indeed. And it's something which you see from pro players quite a lot as well. Now, there isn't a lot of aggression from either of them. We've only seen a few skirmishes, and these guys are both going very, very full in eco. So it looks like Jordan 23 will be going up to the Imperial Age very quickly, and, well, Nilfgaard is already up. He's on 20%, and looks like he will be going up very, very quickly, but Jordan 23 looks like he's got a lots more eco. Let's see how much he's got. That's, yeah, quite a lot of villages actually from Nilfgaard. But Jordan going to be having a lot more. Yeah, 52 farmers. He will need that amount of food if he is going to go for a ton of infantry, which is definitely going to happen as a Goths, because that's all they're bloody useful for, and really, to be honest. And we've got a ton of barracks going up on the front right here, and these villagers are just completely barracksing that up. Going to be producing militia all day long. Let's see if he's got a castle. He does not. Not at the moment. And these Chukunu are probably going to get cleaned up by the skirmishers, but not without taking some sort of having some sort of fight. You know, they do a lot of damage. Look at that, 8 base damage. That's pretty decent for an archer unit, definitely. And what's Jordan creating? He's creating militia. Interesting choice. And, you know, if he gets enough of them, he's definitely going to be doing a lot of damage. If he upgrades them all the way to champion, then that's going to be so good for Jordan 23 here. And now, both of them already up to the Imperial Age. And we have got tons of barracks going down here. Let's see how Nilfgaard is going to react to this. Probably with a whole load of Chukunu, maybe. Well, he definitely has a lot of resource in the bank. He's still stonewalling here, and looks like here as well actually. Castle on the front, creating lots of Chukunu on this castle, and lots on these castles as well. So yeah, he definitely will need more castles to keep that Chukunu production going very strongly. And oh man, we've got so many militia from Jordan 23. That's an incredible amount. I've never seen so many infantry bunched up like this. That's awesome. How many does he have? 44 infantry and counting right here. Continually producing infantry, and he's going to send them all the way down to Nilfgaard's base. Probably going to do some damage. I don't know what damage they can do. Obviously, they are just militia. +2 attack, +2 defense as well. But looks like they will have enough. There's going to be enough of them to deal some sort of damage. And, well, let's see now, shall we? So many militia, completely outnumbering these Chukanu. But, look at that, going to get completely owned by everything. We've got 2 mangonels here. 2-handed swordsman is also done for Nilfgaard. So going to be taking these militia down to Chinatown so quickly. And that's going to be great for him. Look how many militia are going down so quickly. 1 mangonel down for Nilfgaard, but there's still 1 remaining, and these militia are just going to completely cut down so quickly. And, you know, that was kind of a failure on Jordan's part, but he has still got so many left. And as the Goths, he can just continue to produce them every day long. It looks like he got a conversion as well, which is very good indeed. And I don't think Nilfgaard has the mass of Chukanu to deal with this. You know, the Chukanu are a unit which is basically super OP when massed. Look at that, 8+4 damage attack right here. That's insane. I don't know if he's researched rocketry or not. Maybe, I don't know. But, you know, fully upgraded Chukanu, well, elite Chukanu, will have a whopping 14 attack. And that is pretty impressive for an archer unit, if you ask me. That's very good indeed. Just going to speed this up as Jordan continually just streams these units across the map. Looks like he will be doing some sort of damage. He is just keeping Nilfgaard locked down inside his base, and Nilfgaard garrisoning the Chukanu in here. And, oh, great move. Looks like you're going to be... Yeah, I like that. Oh, I like that. Very nice indeed. Hopping through the castle here. Going to be just camping here in a very tight corner. Picking off these militia very quickly. But there's just so many of them. They're just swarming Nilfgaard's base like ants. Oh man, look at this. Just look at the minimap. Wow, a constant stream of militia. And sure, the militia, but they have +4 attack, so blast furnace is done, and +2 armor as well. Obviously, the Goths don't have plate mail armor, so gonna be lacking at this in terms of this sort of prospect. But I guess that's just sort of to balance out the super infantry they already have in the first place. But Jordan 23 looks like he is expanding across the map right here. He's got so many town centres everywhere, so much eco in, well, basically everywhere in the map, apart from Nilfgaard's base. Nilfgaard definitely does not have much map control, but he is holding on quite well actually. 3 castles continually producing Chukanu, that's going to give him a very decent amount of production indeed. And we've got quite a lot of Chukanu here, going to be met by a couple of skirmishers? No, militia. And we've got Camp's Rams also here, going to be battering around these fortified walls. So, that's definitely saying something. Fortified walls, when you research fortified walls, it probably means that you are in the defensive. But, oh man, these Chukanu, elite Chukanu now, just going to be absolutely wrecking these Rams. Those Rams have been absolutely wrecked. And that's the funny thing about Chukanu. They're an archer unit, which means that mainly Rams, are going to be very effective at just absorbing that fire from Chukanu. But they just cut through Rams so easily right here. But I'll tell you what, there's just not enough Chukanu, or not enough units to deal with this. Only 3 champions against like 30 militia just streaming over here, just continually just wreaking havoc on Nilfgaard's base. And yeah, I don't know what to say really. I do know a great unit to counter all of these militia. 2 words. Heavy Scorpion. Man, if Nilfgaard creates lots of Heavy Scorpions, he definitely does have the resource to do that. But if he has Heavy Scorpions, he would absolutely wreck these militias so badly. I mean, Heavy Scorpions are just like the ultimate anti-infantry siege machine. You know, if a couple of can't even say it, I'm so excited. If a couple of heavy scorpions were just right here camping on this hill, they would completely massacre this line of infantry so quickly. I mean, what's that, 16 plus 5 attack they would have on a Chinese heavy scorpion? Obviously due to that rocketry upgrade, that's going to give them quite a lot. But these militia coming in here are going to be absolutely demolished by these Chukunu castles and all this jazz everywhere. Not going to be doing a whole lot, and you know, looks like Milford is actually having pretty good time defending, but he will probably be overwhelmed very soon indeed. He definitely has a decent mass right here to deal with these militia very effectively, but Milford is just not really dealing with these attacks from the sides. And looks like Man Times is done right now. He's Jordan 23 is bursting through here, going to be taking out his TC all as well. And yeah, Milford going to have to react this by bringing in some champions. And you know, Chinese champions, they're pretty decent actually. The Chinese have pretty decent everything because they have many upgrades. And wow. So many! Oh wow, so many Tian swordsmen just battering away at this castle with their amazing long swords. Huge swords right here. But I don't think there's enough of them to deal with this. And Milford is switching into light cavalry, which I think that's definitely a good choice because light cavalry are probably going to be absorbing some of that attack from these champions now. Not too much, but they can make pretty good meat shields for these Chukunu to deal with. And if these Chukunu just get into a great position, for example just camping right here in a small corner, he will be doing such a big amount of damage to this. And it's all about positioning for these Chukunu. If they're in a great position, they can absolutely wreck these champions. If they're not, if they're just scattered all over the place, then they will get picked off one by one very quickly indeed. Looks like Milford is still holding out very here pretty well, and I don't know, looks like, well, Milford definitely has a lot of food in the bank, which is definitely why he is switching into light cavalry, and he is continuing to produce them all day long. And just look at the population difference. And so many champions right here for Jordan 23. Jordan is also population capped. Compare that to Milford, who's only on 147 population. Looks like that's fairly steady. He's managing to produce more than he's losing, which is great. It's kind of going up right here. And I don't know how long Milford can really continue this defense for. I mean, this Chukunu just in a pretty good position right here, and I don't know if Jordan is going to switch techs. He might go for Huskars. Let's see if he has a castle. He probably does. Oops, wrong guy. Yeah, castle right here. He has got a trebuchet right here, so maybe going to be taking down this castle fairly shortly as well. And oh man, these champions going to get absolutely wrecked by these Chukunu. Look at that. So much damage right here. 8 plus 6 damage. That's pretty impressive. And like I said before, but Jordan going to be bringing this trebuchet right here. Going to be taking down this castle very quickly. But I think he needs some sort of support right here. There's only one champion here, and that champion's going to get taken down very quickly. And he needs some guys to protect this treb. Otherwise, this castle is going to live, and this treb is going to die. And man, you really want your treb to live to die another day, or whatever it's called. And yeah, Jordan still has so much resources in the bank apart from his food. His food is so low. Let's look at his economy. Well, he certainly still has a lot of food right here, but also a lot of wood, and he needs to sell. Well, he needs to convert that wood into farms to get a lot more food. And you know, Milford has kind of low gold, not so low, but he has managed to kind of save it all up. But we've got so much raiding down here from Jordan here, champions, not really the best of raiders, but they certainly do a great job if you're playing as the Goths. And there's just really a nuisance, you know. It's kind of a psychological thing. If your opponent is just everywhere, attacking you everywhere, even though they might be losing, you will still be losing villages, and you will still have to rebuild things, and you just can't really deal with that. And can't really deal with the Goths if they're just everywhere, which Jordan is doing very, very well indeed. And looks like this game will be going to Jordan's favour, actually. Although saying that, there's just so many Chukanu out here still alive. And I don't know how long this will go on for. Probably not so long. Because... there we go. That's the end. And Nilford has resigned. Well done, Jordan, for playing that so well. And man, that militia rush at the beginning was awesome. That was pretty fun to watch. And he did do a pretty good job of actually doing that. You know, he did kill some villagers, which is obviously a good thing. That he didn't really kill that much, actually. He definitely lost a lot more than he killed. But it was definitely a very unusual strategy. Definitely something which is pretty cool to watch and spectate and commentate, definitely. And yeah, it's been a great game. Definitely love this match. A decent strategy right here. And I love seeing Chukanu on the field for as a Chinese player. And yeah, what a great match. So I'll post this I'll put the link in of this recording onto the description below so you can watch this for yourself. But in the meantime, I'll be off now, and I will see you very, very shortly in the future. See you next time, guys. Goodbye.